phone synced up, everything else synced up. We're in vertical because that's what YouTube likes. So let me get set up. Take me just a minute. I'm running some hot water for my decals. I'll be right back. I've been so klutzy today. I dropped my decal water on the way to my room. So I needed to get some more. All right, I'm here, I'm alive, kind of. My phone's on Do Not Disturb, so I won't see any text messages, just in case anybody tries to get a hold of me. Open it up YouTube so I can see chat. Oof. All right. Too loud. All right. I am here. I live. All right. How is everybody else today? Tara, how are you doing? Bunch of my filming lamps decided that they didn't want to film anymore. So, or not film, light. So I need to buy new lighting solutions after Christmas. Because all my budget money is gone to my kiddo. So I'm just making do with what I've got. Like an old ring light, a desk lamp that really wants to fall over. So I've got like weights on it to hold it down. Let's see if I can get these shadows a little bit better. A little less harsh. Yeah. How are your flares doing, Tara? How are your allergies doing? Clean up some glitter from last time. Give the link time to populate. Figure this out. All right. During my last live, I got a little wild and crazy, and I was putting dips like everywhere. So we had so many dips we were looking at. So, currently trying to track down our Christmas in the Country set, which is in here somewhere. Here are the decals. They came out a little bit later than the release. These are the decals. You can get these for free if you buy 0.25 and all the dips, like the whole collection. Or you can pick 3, and for $1.50, you get your decals. So you pick any 3 you want, you message, say what colors you want, and then you'll get the decals that are listed with that listing. If you really want another decal style, go ahead and message too, and you can see if we have enough left. That's what we're working on today. As soon as I can find the collection. We've been out all day. We had Santa Day at Kieran's nonprofit ranch that he rides at. So that was amazing, and all the kids had a blast. Got to take pictures with a sensory-friendly Santa. We got to have pictures taken until we liked them, which is always kind of a problem. Like, I know the schools are doing a lot, but it can be very frustrating when they send you home with bad pictures. So it's nice to get good Christmas pictures. Why is my son's feeding chomp pump in my back room? I feel like somebody made a giant dump into my room and now I've lost everything. Oy. Oh, it's gonna take a minute. It shouldn't. I had everything together. I don't know where it all went. I blame my husband. Your body wants to hive out. So you've got hives. Your lupus is bothering you. Ugh, I'm sorry, Tara. That's a bummer. Yeah, my fibro has been out of control this week. Like, my husband was like, oh, do you want to watch Stranger Things? And I was like, yeah, just let me finish this video. And I was asleep. 5 minutes later, I could not be awoken. So that's where I'm at right now. So I'm not getting as many manis done as I'd like. You literally cannot do nails if you are asleep. It's just how it works. And then I'm waking up at like 3 or 4, going back to the room and trying to sleep. And he's a mess. Or if I'm awake, my hands hurt too bad to do nails. So something's up with the weather, I think. It's getting to everybody. If you were a dip, where would you hide? Yeah, everything's just kind of crammed in here. It's like there was some order to my madness, and now there's just madness. Now there's just madness. There they are, maybe. Maybe. Yes, I found them. All right. They were where I thought they were not. I swore I looked there. Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, the cold. Oh, I would like to look at snow. I don't really want to feel what snow would do to my body. Hi, Kim. Welcome. All right. So, I don't know who's here, who's not here, but the code for tonight's sale is live50, or you can shop the link that I put in the event in Facebook. And for the duration of the live and about an hour afterwards, the code will be live. So, live50, orders over $15, you can save 50%. Had to make it at least worth shipping. Because you guys know shipping is so crazy right now. So everything is costing money. But yes, we had a fabulous day at Santa. We had a quick run at Costco, which is basically just like gift stuff now. No Christmas decorations. So if you waited, so sorry, you should have bought your Christmas decorations apparently in October. When my husband told me I was crazy for buying Christmas decorations. Yeah, I do much worse in the cold. The cold triggers my fibro. Well, any weather shift and then cold. All right. So we have Christmas cookie. Our red in this collection is Crimson Snow. We have, Sweet Cream. In the Pine, Peace on Earth, which I keep wanting to say as Peas on Earth, even though that's not it. And then Holiday Cheer, which is our like cool glitter. It's very traditional holiday colors. I love it. That's true. Yeah, I mean, Dollar Tree was done. They were already moving into New Year's by November, which was crazy. All right, so I'm hoping you guys can see this. I've got my camera all up in my business. It is gorgeous, Kim. I love it. So what I'm thinking we're gonna do is I want to do a sweater nail. 50% off, Tara. And if you get the whole collection, 0.25 and above, you get the decals. So yay. I really want to do a sweater nail and I really want to use the marble. So We're going to use sweet cream so we can do our decal and have it show. And we're going to do In the Pine and Crimson Snow, I think. This is kind of the vibe I'm feeling. This would be beautiful too. Should I use the marble or should I use the glitter, guys? This one or this one? I am creeping and trying to center so you guys can see. My setup is so strange now. I really hate it. I hate it. I do not like it. I gotta tweak it a lot. Okay. Marble? Okay. Q. Q, 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 Q. Should we use the red and the green or the red or the green? That's my last vote. So if you were able to buy during the National Cookie Day, if you placed an order, you got Christmas cookie. It was a quick last minute like sale type thing that we did, but it's a gorgeous marble, so I hope y'all got to check it out. Okay, red for sure. All right, we've got Christmas cookie, red, and cream. No green, guys? You guys like that? Okay, that's what we'll do. All right, nothing beats a sweater now. All right, my lights are hitting that so wrong. So here's the decals. I'm thinking, based off my finger size, if we're doing a full cover, we'll probably do that one. And if we just want to end up doing like sweater nails with a bow or something, maybe we'll use these. So that's where I'm at. I have warm water for my decals. I find, especially in the winter, that makes them more pliable, which is what I want. You want your decals to be bendable and moldable so that they don't crack and they don't wrinkle too much. I also tend to snip them around the sides, kind of like when you're making like origami or weird paper folding stuff. You can like pinch out the sides or snip them, and then you can fold along those lines. Or just sweeping out my Flexi Boats from Liquid Layers. Still my favorite 3D printing company ever. And I do have a code. Check my link tree. I keep saying LinkedIn. Like y'all. Just the best way to get them to fold nicely. We all have curves. We all got curves. Okay. I'm gonna put our swatches up top. And start dipping. Dipping. I may have had an energy drink and Coke Zero and coffee this morning. I'm running on vibes and caffeine. Okay. So we're gonna do sweet cream. If you're new here, say hi, say hello. We're happy to have you. If you are a fave fan or friend, say hi too. I love and miss all my friends. I feel so disconnected from everybody this year. There's been so much going on at home. Boop. Stay there. My hands are very slippery right now. much caffeine. Yes. I'm also chewing on bubblegum to help me stay awake. So that tends to make me a little more Valley girl too. Get like, I guess that's San Francisco. But you know what y'all know what I mean. All right, we're a little dusty. This is Crimson Snow. She's a beautiful muted red. Like we talked about in the last live, this collection has all of the reds. There is not a red in this collection that would not fit somebody. So if you're looking for your perfect reds, check it out. You can always pick up a sample of all the reds and figure out which red you like the best. That's what my grandma used to say. There's a red for every lady out there. She's just got to find it. And that being difficult for us because, you know, we've talked about this before. I'm a neutral olive undertone with fair skin. So pretty. I saw an old-fashioned wrapping paper at Costco that reminded me of this. So cute. Let's get that little one that just tried to add itself to Crimson Snow. Goodbye. Thank you so much. See you later. Doop-a-doop-doop-doop. So, turn this way, working from my hands. So this is my left hand, thumb, index, middle, ring, pinky. So we're gonna do thumb and ring and sweet cream. Get ready for our. Ugh, no, my bottle sealed itself shut. Why? I'm having so much trouble with my liquids lately. Rawr. Where's my new container? My husband's like, why do you have dip liquids on subscription? I'm like, because me and bottles don't get along. And plus, I'm always running out of activator. Anybody else? I always seem to run out of activator first. Activator first. Okay. I did have some fun at the Santa Day too. I got to talk to some other special needs mamas and discuss some birthday plans for one of their boys. So that'll be fun. Kieran got his very first face painting. Super hyped about that. He's so cute. He didn't even try to rub it off. Unfortunately, when Dad picked him up, one of his little feeties got wiped off, but he totally tolerated it. Hi, Nora. How are you? How is your holiday prep going? How are you doing? Yeah, that's what keeps happening to me too. Oof. I've been doing a lot of gel nails and a lot of gel art. Sometimes I'll go ahead and use my gel liquids for when I'm doing dip powders, but I'm always worried about them changing color or like having a weird reaction. It's like, I know they won't do that with the dip liquids. Oh man. Are you having one of those years too, Nora? It's like, I think I have everybody's presents taken care of, but now I have to find them all. Well, that's the problem when you start shopping early. Things start to disappear. You're like, where did I put that? Where did I hide that present? So I have found presents or stocking stuffers legit like 2 Christmases later. And I'm like, I totally meant to give that. so pretty. It's got the most beautiful little like greeny gold shimmer in it. Ties it all together. Really just makes a stunning dip. Kim, I love your dips, and they're so gorgeous. That's fair, Nora. We did just pick up, so Kay's class is like 6 to 8 kids, and then they have 4 to 6 aides in the class. So we picked up a couple Costco gift packages of like hot chocolate. They're really cute sweater print mugs. So that's kind of what put me in the mood for it, I think. I think that's what got me into the mood. So $20 every 4. So we got 2 packages for $40. And then I usually give the class sugar cookies from a local baker to decorate. They get like a whole kit. And they're able to have fun with that. And then I give enough so the aides can make their cookies and take their cookies home. So hopefully I remember to do that this year, because everybody really liked it last year. We're working with our marbles, so I'm just going to scoot our solids. And I'm going to press these down. So make sure you've got a finger caught, or you're using like an old stamper or something to really press these down. This is our marble Christmas cookie. So I really like to have a fun combo with my marbles. I like to tap, tap, tap. I go and I look for the foils, and I kind of like custom choose where I press. That's what I love about dip boats. They're nice and flat. You can get right in there. So easy to pour back. If you haven't treated yourself to any of these, I highly recommend it. They make dipping so much easier. Okay, if we got a good feel right here, we'll let this set up. I'm probably gonna dot some additional base around, and then I'll re-dip into the marble to sort of fill in what I'm working on. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus. Come on, camera. Is that too close? Too close, too far. Let's see. There we go. Of course. Then I moved it up. But yeah, so here we go. Those are the milky glitters in here. They flash peachy orange. We've got gold and green and red. That's our marble. And we kind of go a little thick with our marbles because, like Kim said, marbles really show themselves as you file them. It's kind of like you reveal the layers. So we'll go back in. For now, we're going to do our reds, which again is Crimson Snow. These are on the website. These are in the Etsy store. And during the live, with the code LIVE50, they are 50% off an order of $15 and more. So invite your friends, let them know, share it on your stories. It's an amazing sale. I don't want anybody to miss out on it, because Kim's dips are worth it. I know money's tight for everybody this year. Red is gorgeous. Got a subtle little bit of red shimmer to it. Just such a nice muted red. Definitely my vibe. I like cherry red, and I like this kind of red. Not quite brick, not quite like Santa red, kind of somewhere in the middle. We still haven't decorated our Christmas tree. We got it up day of Thanksgiving, but we have not had time to pull out the decorations and get everything going. That's our plan this weekend. Hopefully we get it done. As you know, Saturday's already over. I did test place some garland because we don't normally put garland on the tree, but my son picked out a frosted tree last year. So I wanted to get something that pops a little bit more. I'm gonna try out garland. Got red, green, and silver. All right. Let me get these. Okay, I think we're gonna sweater the thumb, or we're definitely sweatering the red. I'm debating if we're sweatering the thumb. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It'll be fine. I'm just gonna move my dips out of the way while we activate and cover. And oh wait, I still needed to do one more layer of the marble. Right. So I am just gonna like wipe off my brush first. Crimson Snow is making herself known on my brush. So we're just gonna dot, dot, dot. Gonna shove our base in there. Wiggle it around. Give ourselves a stir. So I'll probably do one more flat lay, and then I'll do like a pour over. Which are, Kim? Did I miss something? Did I miss it? Are we talking the decals? Okay. All right. For that. And then we're just gonna pour over. Where's the spoon? I legit dropped the spoon while I was doing stuff. I saw it though. Should run away. Where'd you go, spoon? Yeah. I legit just saw her. Now it's missing again. I'll prefer to use a spoon when I do pour over. Gives me a chance to do a little shaky shake. But it ran away. So we'll just use our swatch stick. Oh. Yeah, the thumb is off to the right. So now I'm just tapping on some of that base, which will cover up some of the glitter. And then we will, generally what we do is we activate, we base and top coat, file until we like how it looks, and then we go ahead and top coat it again after that. So it's generally how we do the marbles. Get our marblist out of them. So it looks a little crazy right now, but something we'll take care of. We'll take care of that. Okay. Now we can put her away. I need to change my gloves. I glued my fingers together. Dropped. Big old thing of base. That's what happens when you have fresh base. He's runny. Okay. Put that back. It's so beautiful. Give her a little tap, 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 tap. Settle her in her drawer. Christmas cookie. And you can see she's got shimmer in her. Wonder if that light still works. Okay. Come on. There we go. All right. Our activator. Let me change my gloves first. They're sticking together. I am wearing almost matching hands, which almost never happens. I did a gel mani for my son's event. We even got to make ornaments. That was really fun. Oof. Look for my brush. So, I'll be the first to admit that I am not the best at sweater nails, but I practice and practice every single year. Where did my activator go? There it is. Top of my screen. I guess that's one thing that I do a little bit different is that I don't often use clear anymore. Not really for any reason. I think just to keep them a little thinner, like it just becomes sort of a default. But I think I'm going to clear encapsulate the marble to give us more to marble. Boop. Thank you, Mabel. Welcome, welcome. What kind of nails are you into? Do you dip? Do you gel? Do you press on? You go to the salon? Thank you for the sub. Yes, if you guys haven't subbed, like, subscribe, whatever. All the things. I don't think I have hype accessible, but someday maybe. I'm really hoping I'll get monetized next year. Hi, Susie. Welcome, welcome. We are doing our Christmas in the Country Mani, and we have a sale going. So if you go to Gigi's Nail Co. Awesome. I started with polygel. So this is Gigi's Nail Co. If you go to the Etsy site, there is a 50% off sale going for the duration of the live plus an hour. That give me time to clean up and put stuff away. And then the sale will end, and it's anything over $15. And you can buy samples, you can buy 1/4 ounces, 1/2 ounces, whatever. All right, so activating. I'm like, where am I at? I love doing nail art too, Mabel, so much. It's my favorite thing. Favorite thing. Yeah. So, live 50. And that will save you 50% at the Etsy store. I had fun. While we were making ornaments at my son's, the ranch he rides at, we were talking about art and stuff, and I got to talk about my nails and show some of the stuff I've done recently. I still got to post my Christmas light mani. I'm going to be working on a teddy bear mani too with fluff. I'm hoping we'll have a fluffy teddy bear. My aim, my intent. Activating the marble. So I've been practicing drawing teddy bear faces and shapes, and because the first one I painted, whew, I don't know what it was, but it wasn't a teddy bear. All right, got a minute to dry. And I'm gonna base, top coat, everything. Ooh, that's awesome. I'm at BDazzldNails over on Instagram. So if you have an Instagram, message me. I'll follow you back. You just do YouTube, send me your link. Love to check it out. All right, so these are activating, which means they're getting hard. The acrylic is polymerizing, doing all the fancy things. Let's see. Told ya. Gum turns me into a freaking 10-year-old. I had a nurse one time, so like, I have ADHD and I have fibro. So I'm in pain a lot and I fidget a lot. So my solution to that has kind of been, I've been chewing gum lately. It helps me sort of get out the aggression from having pain, and it helps me focus because I can just chomp on my gum, excuse me, and not be distracted from whatever the person in front of me is telling me. It's just something that's worked for me. The nurse was like, I can't remember exactly what she said, but it was basically like, do I have to ask you to spit your gum out? I was just like, hella rude. My gum, you can't have it. Just funny. Like, I am a 44-year-old woman. You cannot take my gum. My gum. Not your gum. It was very strange. She was like it was very strict. It's almost like, you imagine like those like Catholic school nuns being like, ooh, 40s. I feel like I'm usually surrounded by babies. Everybody's so young these days. Everybody's so young. I remember what it was like to be a young chicken. I mean, I still don't feel my age. Besides my pains and woes, mentally, I think I'm still in my 20s. My husband and I play video games together. We create, we have adventures. We love to play games, any kind of games, board games, video games. Well, seasoning. I'll take that. I am a well-seasoned chicken. Bok bok. I bet it tastes delicious. So I'm just sealing in the marble. Remember, we're going to be filing and shaping this. So even though it looks a little lumpy bumpy right now, we will be digging into that to get it smoothed out and to reveal some of the layers in between. Okay. Now I'm going into the lamp. This is just base coat. Then we'll do top coat. And then I'm going to figure out, I got my mat out. So generally what I like to do is I mattify my sweater nails and then I paint the design over them and I sprinkle the acrylic. So that tends to help me do an all right one. Ain't nothing perfect, but that's what worked for me last year and I got some pretty cute sweater nails out of it. So fingers crossed it decides to work for me like that this year. No guarantees. No guarantees, no money back. Okay, what am I looking for? Oh, there's one of my scoops. I'm gonna use one of my scoops. I usually have a cute little, there it is. Wow. If that spoon had been a snake, it'd have bit me. I knew I had it. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Pull out the lamp. Top coat us. Wah! So does anybody in here regularly watch YouTube? Or do you only pop in for like special things? Somehow I got these all switcherooed. It's okay. I kind of watch YouTube more than I watch TV these days. There's just so many cool channels. I can learn about commentary. I can watch people talking about reality TV versus watching the actual reality TV. There's an Ants Canada channel I like to watch. He's got like these amazing gigantic vivariums going where he's trying to create entire like internal worlds. So he's got like a wetlands and a upper, what do they call it in the jungle? The upper tier of the trees and stuff. It's very cool. He lives somewhere exotic. And he'll do like wheels of like, what do you want him to add to the world? So sometimes it's a spider, sometimes it's a skink or a snake. He added this reptile. I don't remember what it was called, but it basically looked like a little miniature alligator. He added that in. Yeah, when he added the lizards, they had babies and he didn't even know. Yikes. Kim, can you go into Etsy and look at that? The settings might be off because I don't have like the ability to weigh the stuff, so she might need to adjust the weights of the items. Sorry, Kim. Did my best. Sorry, Tara. My fault. I tried to copy everything from the other listings, but I am not an expert at Etsy yet. Working on it. I'm trying. All right. So these are all top coated, so they're going to go into the lamp. I'm going to go full 60, maybe a 120. Okay. They're gorgeous, right, Mabel? Yes, it's called Christmas in the Country, and it's got these very satisfying muted greens and reds. Let me see if I can find the other colors. So this is a full collection, and it has other shades that I just had out. So what did I do with them? Here. We have Holiday Cheer, which is our glitter, and we have In the Pine and Peace on Earth for the greens that go with it. That's why Sweet Cream has that green shimmer to it. It's because it's made to work with these. These are all the colors. I'm terrible at holding swatches, so I have tiny hands and it leaves no room for the swatches. So we've got our red, our marble, the cream with the greeny gold shimmer, a flat sage green, In the Pine, which has a little bit of that gold shimmer, and then our glitter, which just kind of brings in browns and the reds and the golds and kind of a old-fashioned-y kind of Christmas. I agree, Mabel. And I'm currently swatching a secret collection that's coming out soon. It's gorgeous. It's based off of the phrase precious metals. So, if you know, you know. Let's get, I guess let's start trimming our decals. Let's see. I like to use embroidery scissors for my decals. It makes it much easier to trim them and get nice and close. I love that you can use decals on anything. They go on gel, they go on dip, they go on acrylic. You can even use them on regular nail polish. And it's such a great way to make complex nail art accessible. You can have beautiful nails even if you're not a nail artist or like particularly art inclined. No sneak peek, Susie. I may start sneak peeking them in my stories though. All right, so here we go. So again, I was thinking, since I have tiny hands, I can get away with these on the side. If you get the decals and you find that they don't fit your nail, what you can do is you can center them and then create like a frame around them and then fill that in with a color. And so it's like the image is framed and it fills out any spots where the decal might not hit. Because it's so hard to get decals that are like everybody's size. All right, what am I doing here? What am I doing? All right. I prefer to have my nails sitting the way I will wear them. That way my brain can understand what I'm doing. Anybody else? All right. So now we are going to buff and file all of these. This was just to get them sealed up. So I file my nails the way I would file on my hand. I like to thin out the top. I like to go out my sides. When you use jelly tips, the emphasis is keeping them slim because they can look thick real quick. So I try to do that by shaping my dip process and then going in through my sidewalls and stuff and getting those shaped up nicely. And if you're trying to check out and you're struggling, don't stress. As long as you message us, we'll work with you to figure it out and then make sure you get your discount. This is our decal finger. So I will normally base coat, wipe off the inhibition layer, and then put my decals on over that. I just want to make sure it's got a very smooth surface to go over. This is such a pretty color. It's like white but not white, cream but more than cream. Does that make sense? I have to change out my sticky tab. Not getting the resistance I prefer. Let's see. Where did I put my sticky tabs? Where did I put my sticky tabs? There. Get something fresh so I can withstand my filing. I'm a filing beast. Okay, I'm gonna dust this out. As you can see, it did collect some of that shimmer, which is what it's affecting, sticking to the sticky tab. Right. And I do use these clear ovals, which is so funny. I have been using these for so long to do nails, and now the different like Amazon companies are coming out with these kits that have these tabs in them. These were previously used for like models and like display stuff, almost like library putty, gallery putty, whatever they call that. And now everybody's using them for their nails. I'm like old school. That is so old. I love TikTok. I do not know how to make videos that appeal to TikTok. I'm trying. I'm over there. I'm on Pinterest. I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. But my videos never hit on TikTok like they do even on YouTube. Like, I'll get 3,000 views on a short, and it'll get 50 on TikTok. Like, what did I do wrong? I don't get it. I don't get it. Told my niece, I'm like, I don't get TikTok. TikTok doesn't get me. And of course, she's in her 20s, so she's totally TikTok generation. She's like, I love TikTok. I'm like, yeah, not surprised. It's like, well, if you can figure out how your auntie can do better on TikTok, let her know. All right, so this is the marble nail. So we are going in. We're going in on her. We're going to take down that back, get that shape going. Take down the sides, we'll do a little apex, really get it to where we want it to be, and have all those little glitters peek out. And this is what you do on your natural nail too. I may need to get one of my lower grit files out here while I'm working with the marbles. Take some arm strength. Arm strength! File, file, file. If you hate filing, this is definitely not the moment for you. Ugh, like I have to advertise all the time? Like I have to boost all my videos? That's gross. I don't want to. I'm not a business. I'm a content creator. I shouldn't have to pay to get in front of people who would enjoy my content. One thing that's made this season a little easier is I finally caved and I let my doctor fill out the paperwork to give me a handicap placard. So I had one for Kieran, but now I have one for myself, so even when I don't have him, I don't have to worry about walking too far and wearing out too much. Well, that's been helpful. Don't take a handicap spot if I don't feel like I need it that day, but no, it's a little hard after you do a day of shopping. Grocery shopping, taking your kid to therapy. My body's like, I can go 5 feet. 5 feet rest, 5 feet rest. You pay $8 for 6K views? Like, are they paying like Indian outsource companies or what, or bots or what? What are you talking about, Tara? I know TikTok's got the boost. They're like, do you want more views or more subscribers or more followers? I'm like, I don't know. Nothing. I don't want to pay to play. I can't afford it. I do not make money doing what I do. Sometimes I make a couple bucks if somebody uses my affiliate links. Otherwise, I am not flush. I'm taking care of a disabled kid, a disabled me. I'm in physical therapy 2 to 3 times a week. My son's in physical therapy two times a week, and we pay out of pocket. Ugh. Ugh. Living is expensive. Right. She's looking pretty cute. See if I can find either one of my higher grit files. There we go. Really wanted to get down into that marble. There we go. Got that higher grit. There we go. Now we're seeing our red and our green and our glitter. Looking better. Don't be afraid to file your marble. So gorgeous. It's like a marled Christmas sweater, I feel like. It's kind of what it looks like. What is everybody's favorite Christmas cookies? Talk to me about Christmas cookies. Who does crumble? Who doesn't do crumble? Who has another cookie company they like? What kind of cookies do you make? There we go. There's our marble. She's looking cool. I love her. I love her. My favorite cookies are snowballs. Russian tea cakes, Mexican wedding cakes. They have many names. Essentially, they are a kind of a plain base of a cookie with a nut inside. Used to be walnuts. I'm allergic to walnuts now, so we just do pecans. And then they're rolled around in powdered sugar many, many times while they're warm. So it basically makes a powdered sugar shell on the cookie. Delicious. Ooh, your daughter's work. Gingerbread cookies are tasty. I did pick up these Danish ginger snaps from Trader Joe's that are quite tasty. I eat one, like warming and spicy, goes good with my tea. I'm kind of a freak about cinnamon. So I drink this tea called Hot Cinnamon Sunset, I believe. And it's by Hardly and Sons or something like that. They're in these cute tins. It's at Target. It's on Amazon. And it is this amazing cinnamon black tea. You can add honey. You don't have to add honey. And it just has this beautiful, warm cider flavor to it. A little spicy, like sucking on one of those cinnamon candies. But in a good way. So tasty. So tasty. Yeah. They're not as much fun if you can't put nuts in them. Then it's just like a ball of dough. It's like, well, I might as well just eat a powdered sugar donut. Hoping I don't become allergic to any more nuts, but my list of allergies has been growing. Hot Cinnamon Sunset, I believe. Comes in decaf and regular. Let me see. Let me check Amazon real quick. See if I can find the name of the company. Amazon. Open the app, yo. Come on. Wait, let's see. Why is there the Amazon app on my son's iPad? It has so little memory that it offloads apps all the time. Let me just type Hot Cinnamon Sunset. Yes. Hot Cinnamon Spice Tea. Harney and Sons Fine Teas are the creator of the tea. They've got Hot Cinnamon Spice. They have Hot Cinnamon Sunset. I think it just has a couple different names. But yeah. It's delicious. You can find it on Amazon. But it looks like they have their own website too. Amazon and Target. So good. I haven't tried their ginger lemon yet. I do want to try their golden milk. I have found turmeric is so good for anti-inflammatory for me. having so much fun. And his dad are doing stuff. Kieran's special needs swing for outside broke a couple weeks ago. We had to wait to replace it because it's like $200. And he's been going over to the old one and he keeps like shaking it and looking at us like, and we have to keep telling him, honey, it's still broken. Like, we're working on it. So it finally came today. So we told him Santa had to stop by our house real quick to drop off his present early because we were doing photos with Santa. And then he beat us to the ranch. All right. Ah, dusty dust. Dusty dust. All right. Oh. I tend to lay my tips on the design to figure out what'll fit and what won't fit. I think I'm gonna go with the lights versus this bauble. I'm gonna do the lights. I think they'll be cute. So, start here. I snip, snip. So I just very carefully snip between. I've got a little shadow outline you can follow to cut them out. Like I said, you want some very sharp, small scissors. Thank you. And I like to use lukewarm water. Find it makes the decal a little more pliable. And like I said, I'm working with a certain size of image. I'm working for a full nail. I'll just kind of come in and try to do little tiny snips around the edge just to make it fold a little bit better. Trying to obviously avoid the pictures that you've got, but the design is kind of open to it. You can just kind of give it like little snips. And it helps a little bit. Okay. Drop it in the water. Using my little decal dish. Taking a bath. Right. We're going to add our base coat. Where did I put that? I literally just had it in my hands. Alright. So I'm just going to base coat this real quick. Bring back that beautiful shine. And then we will go in and wipe that off before we put the decal on it. Get my tweezers. My tweezers need a bath. I've been picking up too many glitters. I got acrylic all over them. Okay. All right. So for sure, we are sweatering index and thumb. Quick matte top coat. So this is just a regular matte top coat. I tend to use a Russian matte or a ceramic matte when I'm doing isolation chrome. And I just use regular mattes when I'm doing other looks. This color is so beautiful. You could do just an entire sweet cream mani. Maybe do like one sweater nail. Oh, it'd be gorgeous. Sometimes I like to leave my marbles mattified. But we're gonna gel top coat her for funsies. See what she looks like once we got her all filed up. Brings out that shine of those glitters and the foils and the flakes. So pretty. Definitely giving like vintage vibes. What is happening in there? All right. Clean her off. Where is my alcohol? So I tend to keep my alcohol in just a spray bottle. I found those little like tap dishes. I don't know if it's just the ones I was getting, but they were like all my liquids were evaporating. So my acetone and my alcohol. So now I just keep it in a spray bottle. Okay. She's wiped off. If you have issue with your decals moving, there is a product I use called Sticky-ish, but like the curse word, from the company that makes these decals, Cosmic Nails, and it helps out. So great for little ones especially. It can be a little finicky when you're working with full nail decals because once it's stuck, it's stuck. So you better be sure you know where you're placing it. Sliding that off. Give her a quick rinse. Dry her off again. Okay. Ah, the back stuck on my finger. All right. Okay. Now, it's gonna be kind of a tight fit, but I think it'll work. Yeah, it's just a little off on the edges. So I can let Christy know too. So Kim, just let Christy know that those side decals are a little bit of a tight fit. The length is great for smaller hands, but definitely the width is just slightly off. I'll have to finagle them a little bit. Okay. And then I usually use alcohol, acetone, or activator very, very carefully, very, very little to bend the decal around my nail. It softens it up just a little bit. You don't want to put it over the top of the decal where your design is. You just want to put it at the tip of your nail and at the sidewall and the cuticle. It lets you file it off easier because you want to snip or file off the excess when you're done with your nail. So I just do that. A little bit of a nudge. I'll take my scissors. Thanks, Susie. Yeah. I love working with decals. Because, you know, I am working on my hand painting skills, but I'm not there yet. And that's okay. I might never be there. I love having access to decals. And she's really great about making customs. So if there's an image you want, you can message her, or she has a custom field and you can just upload the image. It's great. All right. So we're just gonna smooth her out a little bit. Looking pretty good. I'm just tapping her down. Okay. And we will base and top coat her. Oh no. Why is my live showing me stuff? Why is my live going backwards? Did I freeze? What is happening? What? Somehow, the device I'm watching on took me back almost an hour. Not in chat, but just in the video. Weird. Anyways, so I'm base coating. And I'm making sure to wrap the edges because you will get damage to your decals or potential lifting if you don't cap your edges. So if you ever see fading on your decals or they do something weird, it means the edges weren't capped enough and liquid got under there. Yep. I'm the same, Tara. It's hard too, though. Like, it takes a lot of dexterity, and having carpal tunnel and having hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos, it makes that a little more difficult than it should be. So, I work with a magnifying glass to help me out. But still, we're going in with our top coat. Seal her in. She may need some extra thinning out, but I won't know that until she's on. That's okay. I ain't afraid of a little filing. We're going to top coat our decal now. So I wanted to make sure we got the decal on because the sweater nails, like I said, they could be a process. I'm not super awesome at them. So we're going to work on it. But I want to make sure we got the decal applied so you can see how beautiful they are and how well matched they are to this collection. How easy they are to apply. All right, here's our mattified nails. Did I not mat this? I didn't mat this one. This one was getting base coated, that's right. We're base coating this one while we thought about it. She's mattified though, all right. So we're gonna try sweater nails. God bless. God be with me while we try to do a sweater nail. Oh, yep. Ugh, I'm so sorry, Tara. That sucks. Yeah, Tara recently broke her fingers. And it's just been awful. I'm so sorry. Looking for my palette. So I use palettes and I also buy these sheets that are basically paper palettes to use. And then I can just cure them, throw them away. I don't have to worry so much. So I'm just gonna throw a top coat on here because you don't top coat a sweater design. So I use top coat to make the design. That way I know I don't have any uncured dip or uncured gel doing anything crazy. I use different various paintbrushes to get the shapes and the effects. Try to keep this a little simple. I saw AI do a tree. I really wanted to try to do a tree. I'm incapable of painting a Christmas tree. That small anyways. You wouldn't get more than one Christmas tree. But anyways, I am just wiping her down. Okay. Kind of wish I had my Russian mat. It's all right. We'll work. We'll work. Okay. So, try to do a traditional cable knit. We're going to start simple with some stripes. Ah, it's at an angle, Brandis. Yeah, if you could paint them, they look great. They're so cute, but I also need a longer nail, I think, to fit in enough Christmas trees. All right, try this again. I'm gonna try it from the bottom up. Sometimes that helps me keep my lines straighter on these curved tiny nails. There we go. And I like to work a line at a time because gel moves. So if you work a line at a time and cure it, you'll have less widening of your design. If you ever see your sweater nails get kind of chunky, that's why. It's because your top coat or whatever you're using is spreading out. Nice thing about using gel is you can kind of scoot your lines back together if you need to, like if they're not quite what you're looking for. And you throw it in the lamp. And you say, cook please, cook please. Or you knock it over. Or you knock it over like me. All right. There's our marble, which is top coated, filed and beautiful. I love her. Yeah, I need to figure out where my other paintbrushes are in here. I have most of my paintbrushes out back in the other room, which isn't ideal. Not ideal. But I was washing them and collecting them and reshaping. And one trick is if your paintbrush bristles ever get out of whack and look a little funky, boil water and just dip it in for the slightest second. And it will swish it around and it will straighten your bristles back out. So I have a couple of bristles that got stuck in the caps when I put them away. So I was working on fixing them. Do have a smaller detail brush over here. All right. She's ready for her sweater. I gotta buy my puppy a sweater. Poor guy. He got groomed yesterday and he looks like a naked mole rat. They said he looked like a chicken. I was like, he's my old man. He's 20. Leave him alone. I'm lucky he's still with me. Don't go judging him. And Shiro got groomed. And he just looks like a walking, fluffy Christmas dog. They like fluffed out his fur a lot. It's really cute. He's adorable. He's adorable. All right. Here's our decal nail, all cured and cooked. Looking good. I love it. Love how that decal came out. Just perfect for these size. So these are short almonds by either Gaoy, Gaoy, or Elsa online. I have them in my Amazon store. So you'll be able to know that little side decals, that's what size they fit on. Without a struggle. All right, back here. I do have a smaller detail brush, but it looks like my gel might have cured in it partially. I was hoping. Yeah, I'm just going to go back to my longer brush. We'll try that for the center cable design, I guess. Too far over. Too far over. Try it again. I keep putting the line where I wanted the other line. I'll make it work. Thicken this one up a little bit. Okay. Like I said, the reason I don't just dip the design in there is that it will smush. It will smush your lines. We don't want them smushed. And this can be done with dip base. So I'm just doing it with gel. Because that's what I was working with. Like I said, if anything needs any nudging back into place, cleaning up, gel gives you time to do that. Just don't touch it with your fingers. Just don't touch it bare-fingered. Use a silicone tool or another paintbrush. Dip and gel basically becomes like polygel. So, it can be a little finicky. Okay. Like I said, I am not the best at this, but I like it, so I try. Aha, I found my silicone tool. All right. Silicone tools are better. They give you an easier way to get your lines and smooth things out without it clumping up and being weird. So I'm just nudging that line over a little bit because, like I said, I had done it a little off from where I wanted it compared to the other. So I'm able to just move like the whole thing and just slide it over. That's the benefit of working with gel. This line giving me fits. It might be too thick. I can file that. One way to take it down, you can file it. Cook it. Cook it. I'm just finishing up the back of the pinky nail, rounding it out. Taking down the sides real quick. back where my eyeballs can see it. Not over our dip. Not over our dip. Huh. I'm actually going to top coat her again. I got her a little more tapered. Pinky is the hardest one. She's so little that any amount of product makes it look chunky. So I just gotta be careful. I just gotta be careful. Gotta be choosy. Spray, spray. Wipe, wipe. And wiping the dust off. And now we'll top coat her again. Alright, back in the lamp. Alright. So what I'm gonna do, so this got a little weird, so we're just gonna file it down. If I have to redo it, I have to redo it. But I don't want her being weird. Like I said, I am not the best at sweater nails, but I try. Every year I practice. I tend to do better with the hearts than with the cable knits. Maybe we'll do heart sweater. Maybe we'll do heart sweater nails. Let me wipe her off with some alcohol because she got dusty. Alright. Grab our dotting tools. So we're gonna try out the hearts. Try to make some hearts. See how we do. See how we do. Like, what size? Too big. All right. I keep a host of different dotting tools around. I never know what size I'm gonna need. Okay, not the best. Oh, why am I even trying to do a sweater nail today? Because I'm determined. I want a pretty sweater nail. Like I said, I'm just shaping up. Kieran's talking to his grandma. And wipe off the excess. Now this top coat, definitely thinner. I do recommend working with like a more viscous top coat for your sweater nail designs. I'm gonna dip it one more time. Throw her in the lamp. Throw her in the lamp. What would be prettiest but simplest for this one? I have another top coat, but it's in the other room. I don't know. It's harder to use a very thin top coat. Like builder gel can work. Do I have any clear builder gel? But sometimes it's too thick, so it's kind of a catch-22. Tara, what do you do for your sweater nails these days? Chunky killing it. See? If you flat lay it, it smushes. It smushes. My mother-in-law lives in Indiana. And she doesn't do well with the snow. So I was wondering for a little second dippy dip. Doing my best to tighten up that sweater, Dad. Ooh, no white gel. Interesting. Did you do it with a colored acrylic or just white acrylic? Like, what do I got? What do I got? Let's see. Let's see. I have carving gel. Wasn't sure why I brought that out. Wasn't sure if I was going to do anything with it. Let me see. I don't think I have any no wipe gels back here other than my top coats. And throw them out of the room. What about matte top coat? Do you ever do it with matte? I think I tried that once before. I'm not sure if I was terribly successful with it. It's been an entire year since I did a Christmas mani. Nice. Cool. I will have to give that a try. I do have my art gel back in my other room. All right. We got one line. Kieran's getting fussy. Talking to his grandma. Weird. He's not normally fussy when he talks to her. So if you hear an upset kiddo, that's my son. That's my son. He's with his dad. He's nonverbal, so when he's expressing himself, it can be a little loud. He is good making sure he gets heard. Into the jam we go. Pull the other guys out. Got our pinky. Everything. All the shinies are done. All our shinies are done. Oops. Ring finger. I just love a well-matched decal. It's so pretty. Let's see. Maybe I'll try, see if I have another top coat. Maybe I have a less thin top coat. Let's see. Oof. That's solid gel. That's not gonna work. Yeah, I just don't have a lot of gel top coats back here. All my weird ones are in the other room. I had a rubber-based top coat back here, but I don't know where it went. I guess we're just gonna work with what we got. Work with what we got. Another gel top coat, same company. I don't know. Let's see. Is it a little thicker? Not really. Not really. I was hoping the cold room would make it kind of thicker, but yeah, I don't know. Ain't not working that way. Let's see. I have a different matte top coat. I can maybe I'll mix the matte with the gel, regular gel, and see if that makes it any thicker. Because the matte top coats are pretty thick. Ah, no, I got curved. My hand twitched. My hand twitched. Oof. Oof. I didn't want to do anything too crazy. This sweater nail was supposed to be easy. At any point, you could have stopped this mani and it would have looked nice. So, don't be intimidated. So I just double dipped that heart. And then I'm going to pour over our Crimson Snow. I'm just building up that heart a little bit. Soaking up that dip, that base, whatever. You know what I mean. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Make sure we've got our little divot for our heart. Nudge that back in place a little bit. Okay. Scooching in the lamp. All right, if you're new here and you haven't heard yet, we are running a little sale during the live. It is live 50 on orders over $15. You will get 50% off your purchase. It's an amazing deal for some super high quality dips. Highly likely they'll get to you by Christmas. Obviously, shipping is mostly out of people's control right now, but a lot of stuff is moving pretty fast. I think it's just the bigger stuff that's getting waylaid. I had my first package stolen. And of course, it was a package of PR that I was supposed to do stuff with. So I am super bummed. It's supposed to be delivered on Monday. It did not arrive. Says it was delivered at at my mailbox. When normally my normal mailman will take any of my big packages and will bring it to my door. But he must have been out that day. We were in Encino for Kieran's ophthalmology appointment. So they had several hours alone with my mail. And I want to say I came back Monday and it was like my box was open. And sometimes it happens. You get the high school kids messing around because we're right on the street with high school. But apparently I had a package in there. I'm so mad. I'm sad. I'm more sad than mad. No, Tara, really? Yikes. That stinks. What the heck, man? I know times are hard, but don't mess with our nail stuff. What the heck? Legit had a moth fly into my dip. What the heck's happening here? I got nothing. I don't know. Less of a sweater nail, more of a carved nail, I guess, at this point. And I swear I had defeated this last year. I'm not sure what I did differently. Normally I don't forget how to do something. What? I'm going to give up on this one. We can keep trying on the red. I'm going to give up on this one, and we're just going to do another... I want to do another decal, but I just poured out my decal water. Let's see. Figure something out. Figure something out. I mean, my guest bathroom is right behind my office, so worst case, I can just run over there and fill up on water. But we're gonna buff this. We're gonna file this. Why did the red get in there? What is happening today? All right. Just in case I need to. So I'm just taking a buffer block and I am smoothing out the failed sweater nail. Crump, 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 crump. Y'all know what I'm going to be doing tonight. I'm going to be working on sweater nails. Practice, practice, practice. It's rare, I just give up. But I just want to look at these pretty tips. Arctic pork? What? No. What the heck? Ugh, that's so frustrating, Tara. I'm sorry. I mean, I wish I'd gotten any part of my PR. Because it was obviously a Christmas collection. And we are rapidly running out of Christmas time. So I'm not even sure they're going to reship it to me. But I did let them know. He's a bummer. Alright. So I'm just smoothing out that sweater. And then we're just gonna... Probably just gonna top coat her. What I kind of want to do. I don't know. I don't know, guys. What do I want to do? My brain is like, we wanted to do the thing. We can't do the thing. Now we're going to hyper-focus on the thing. And we're going to be unable to think of anything else because we just want to do the thing. Anybody else have a spicy brain like that? It gets me into trouble. I'm just just rubbing the dust off with alcohol. Make her all pretty again. Let's go with our gel top coat. I should have brought my 3D stuff back here. Then we could have done at least like, I have like maroon sort of red bows that I think would have matched this pretty well. So, if you guys see any additional nail art done, it means I got fussy. I got fussy. So I'm messing with it. Oh, cool. Yay, that's good. That's good, Tara. And yeah, I will say, as much as I love Madame Glam gels, and I do, I use them all the time, those tops do not stay on at all. I'm always having to shove them back in, and then they just fall off again. Like, okay. That's frustrating. I don't even have any of my Christmas 3D molds back here. I was hoping I did. They're up in the front too. All I've got is spring and butterflies back here. I was gonna see maybe we could do a 3D mold thing, but not sure that'll work. I do have my carving gel. What can we do with that? Is there anything I can do with the carving gel? That could be fun. Let's see. I don't even know how old this is. I've been trying to go through my excess nail products, figure out what I'm keeping, what I'm getting rid of, what I can use, what I can't use. All right. So this is some kind of carving gel, which usually means you can shape it. Maybe I can make a bow out of it or something. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Okay. I can do something with that, I think. Let's see. I'm going to try to mix it in with the red so we can make like a red bow, but we'll see. We'll see how that works out. So you can usually use polish or acrylic and sort of mix it in to your 3D gels or your solid non-sticky builder gels and like kind of create your own color out of it. It's easier with gel, but it's a little wetter. I don't like working with wet gel, so we'll see if this works. See if this works. Probably not going to end up the shade I want it to be. Yeah, it looks like I'm not getting much more than a pink. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. That's not going to work. I'm sad. Oh, well. Oh, well. I tried. I tried. I wanted to make a bow. It's all good. All good. I'm just curing the sticky stuff on my gloves. Curing the sticky stuff. And it could be old. I mean, I'm sure it's old. I don't know how old it is, but I'm sure it's some age. Sometimes gels get weird and sticky when they're a little older. They don't work quite the same. And they don't work quite the same. Come on, glove. No, you're not going to cure? Okay, fine. Then I'll change my glove. Again. Another glove change. Which is fine. My thumbnail had gone through a glove already. My thumb had gone through that glove. What happens when you have pointy thumbs? Alright. Glove, glove, glove. Glove, glove, glove. Okay. All right. Close that up. Play around with that later. See if I can figure out how to use it. Okay. Definitely not as cute as I wanted it to be. So this is what designing looks like with me. I get fixated on something. And I work and work and work until it works. Sometimes it doesn't work. Let's see what we can get. I'm just kind of smoothing out this sweater line because I want it to look fluffy. The acrylic's kind of soaking in a little much to make it look fluffy. I don't know. We'll see. Where are my other paintbrushes? I have a million of them. That's the tiny one. Let's see. Okay. Right here. I grabbed my dotting pen to see if it gave me smaller. And it did. Generally, that's how I do my hearts. I do dot dot and then I drag the heart down until it looks okay. Hat. Got a little bit of a pigment clump. Boop. There we go. Hard. Silicone tools are like little tiny fingers. They're very helpful. I have them in all sizes. I do love these dotting pens that different companies have come out with. It's nice to have just like a various amount of sizes and just a little pen. Boop. They're all stored in here. I think I got this one off Betsy, which I have a link and a code in my tree, my link tree. Let's go with that one. Pretty sure that's the one that was working for me. I think if I was really knitting a sweater, it would probably look like this too. I did buy some knitting crochet kits to try to learn how to knit. We'll see how it goes. See what time, with what spare time I have, sure. But I don't know. Thought it might be something fun. I've always wanted to crochet. A little better. Yes. This pen has some really nice dot, like small. So like the smallest on this one is the 1.6, 2.2? No. Yeah, 1.6. So this has a 1.6, which is this size, I think. Come back here. Oh no, the 1. The 1 is the smallest, which is tiny, tiny. Barely a ball. So that works. English style of what? Sweater nails? What's the English style of sweater nails? Send me videos. I have no idea what you're talking about. Ah. Oh, knitting crochet. I was like, what were we talking about? The English style. Okay. I will look into that. I should just pay you to give me a lesson. Get on Zoom with me and teach me how to do it. Uh-oh. Kieran's causing mayhem. I'm gonna go get water. We're gonna put a decal on the thumb. Otherwise, it's gonna be too naked. It's just gonna be too naked. Ow. Kieran is just being a menace out there. Keeping his dad on his toes. Alright. So, I want... What do I want? Do I want the bow, the ornaments, the snowman, the candy cane? A Merry Christmas tag. That'd be cute. He sounds so mad. That might be cute. Let's see. Kind of want to put the Christmas tag in like the corner of the nail. Like the nail's a present almost. Might be cute. Okay. Got that trimmed down. Just gonna drop that in our decal water. Let that do his thing. Where did I put the tweezers? There they are. Well, there's some tweezers. Not the same tweezers, but tweezers on the same. Ah, come here. Flip. Now we're fishing our decal out. As I drop it, because why not? Alright. So generally, I like to dab my decals dry onto a lint-free wipe, paper towel, something. I'm going to drop it. Alright. They slide off nice and easy. Trim to your desires. And then I just kind of dry it off a little bit. And make sure you're laying it down so it still says Merry Christmas. And you don't get the image flipped. Press it down. Like I said, if you want to get rid of the edges, you can take a little bit of activator. If you have some excess, and just soften it up. Definitely do not put it over the whole design, but you can just get away with just softening the edges a little bit. Now, activator is a solvent of sorts, so it will eat your decals if you are not careful. It's the whole reason it makes them so pliable and like easy to fold and file. I just got this cute little Christmas tag. Like the Manny is a present, and it says Merry Christmas. I need to go dig through my gems, but I have some pretty gems that would go with this. All right, we're gonna throw her into the lamp. Pull out our red. See how we're doing. Hearts are probably as good as they're ever gonna get. Pen keeps springing on me. I'm just doubling up on the heart, which is what I've been doing. I've been going over it twice to make sure we get a good 3D effect. We'll take our silicone, give it a nudgy nudge. Got a little blurred right there. All the excess. I had smaller silicone pen things, but I forgot what I was doing, and a couple of them came out of the tips. They weren't very high quality. They were very tiny. Get bumpy. didn't. Got like a little crack. Little crack in my heart. Fill in those cracks. Here. Here. No, not into the gel. Just gonna dribble that into the crack right there and see if that'll fix it a little bit. It's looking weird. No one wants a broken heart for Christmas. There we go. Boop. Better. Okay, I think I'm just going to do some hash marks on the sides. Here's our thumb with our cute little Merry Christmas tag. You gotta have some good eyesight to see it, but it does say Merry Christmas. It's quite cute. Sometimes I can use gel remover to fix my paintbrushes, but yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do that with this brush. I think this one might have gotten cured somehow. Uh-oh. Where are my stiff brushes? I feel like I need to give this a good stiff brushing. Oh, I've gotten my soft brushes. Lots of soft brushes. Oh, okay. Here's some other paintbrushes I found. I found more paintbrushes. Unused. Okay then. Alright then. Give those a try. I'm so sad when the paintbrushes don't have lids. That always means I'm going to end up somehow curing gel in the bristles. That's how it goes. Just how it goes. Alright. Just going to use this one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Tara. Thanks for hanging out. Going down my my weaving and wild paths. Ugh. Guess I'm gonna have to find a reason to practice sweater nails out of season so that I don't forget how to do them again. I think the matte gel helped, but I added that to the top coat. I don't know for sure, but I feel like it helped. I think maybe it helped with the gel absorption, so it didn't get so shiny, which made it look more sweatery. I don't know. It's just a working theory at the moment. Working theory. There we go. Use a stiff brush. She's a little mangled, but it gets the point across. It looks like a sweater. It may look like I knit the sweater, but that just makes it authentic, right? All right. Got some runaway rogue glitters in here. From where? I don't know. Maybe my glove. Maybe my glove. Boop. Yeah, up there. All right. Turn the lamp. Yeah, I'll give that a try. Is it the embossing gel or just the art paint gel? Because I have the white embossing gel that I've been doing stuff with. That marble is so pretty, Ken. I just keep staring at it. Yeah, it's giving vintage Christmas paper, vintage wallpaper. So pretty. Okay. I will give that a shot. We're gonna go in one more time. Just to lift. Oh, maybe I don't need to. They look pretty lifted. Just those darn hearts. I think I'm gonna do the top one again. It just doesn't have the same roundness that the other one does. Others do. So, see if I can figure that out. It needs the humps, the heart humps. Maybe that'll help. Better. The other hearts are a little weird looking still, but we're just gonna go with it. Call it done. Call it good. I think the overall design came out. Sweater nails could use some love. But I think it's mainly gonna be like using the better brush and then like being really loose with how I'm like pouring over the acrylics. I think I was getting the acrylic, like too much acrylic on it almost, which is why it was like super absorbing into the gel without keeping some of that fluffy sweater look. So we used Christmas Cookie, Crimson Snow, and Sweet Cream. Interesting. I like the idea of the white because the white lightens the pigment like a smidge, which makes it kind of stand out a little bit more, which might have been what I was doing last year too. I think I might have been using a white. Probably my embossing white. Because it lightens the pigment just enough that you kind of get that embossed 3D effect a little more clear. A little more clear. Ow. My wrist is angry. All right, we're coming up towards the end of the live, so don't forget. The sale ends an hour after we're done. Purchases over $15 at the Etsy shop. If you do live 50, you will save 50%. Okay, so I'm just doing this because I want to experiment. You're free to hang out. You're free to leave. But I'm going to use a swatch stick and try to mess around with my sweater nail skills. I'll show off our finished heart. So knowing me, I am probably going to file those down and then reapply just so it's a little smoother looking. But that's the overall art, like sweater nail. She's not my favorite, but the color is beautiful. So everything Kim did is great. I could use some work. But I think it came out really beautiful. What all did you get? I bought a lot too from the Madame Glam sale. Just so I could get, mostly so I could get the lamp because I needed a new lamp. I was like, well, if they're going to throw a lamp in at that price, then I'm just going to go. It's not hard to hit that price, even with a 60% off sale. Or 70 or whatever they were doing. All right. So we're just doing sweet cream because it's here. And I'm just using gel to make it fast. Then we're going to try using white gel liner. See what that does. See what that does. Still tend to prefer to work from a palette as I use various different brushes. So I dispense my paint onto my palette. Grandma likes to play music with Kay and read him stories on their Saturday night calls. It's very sweet. He was very sad when she moved. All right, stick it in the lamp. Yeah, it was in there for a while. I'd actually bought enough stuff that I'd gotten up to the LED glove, and I was like, I don't need that. I have LED masks. So I took stuff out until it gave me the lamp back. I was like, this is just, the lamp's worth more for me. I need that lamp more than I need an LED glove. So, you know, I mean, I do want my hands to be pretty, but yeah. I'm just top coating, and then we're gonna do the matte top coat again. I don't own the rights to this music. I'm pretty sure it's not royalty free, but I'm not playing it. It's not me. It's not me. Okay, I'm gonna top coat it with the gel matte coat again. Boop. Give us that fuzzy sweater look. Make sure it's smooth. 60. I have to come back here and do a full tool cleanup. Overdue. My next mani is gonna be with the. I'm really thinking I want to do the green collection, but I had that big spill with holly, so I have barely any holly, and that's the one I really wanted to use. So I don't know. You'll decide. I'll figure it out. But I'm gonna do that while watching a movie, hanging out with my kid. We haven't watched any Christmas movies yet. Well, no, okay, that's a lie. Kieran has watched some Christmas movies. We have not sat down as a family to watch some Christmas movies. But we were entertaining Kieran on Christmas break, or Thanksgiving break. We're like, here's a movie, kid. Enjoy. All right. Okay, see what I can do. I just want to see if it works better. I think it does. I think I remember it did. I'm not being particularly careful. But I also just want to see if it has the right sweater effect. Right? Just like that. I don't think I put them close enough. They're too far apart to look like a good cable knit, but that's what I was going for. Meh. Meh. I just want to see. I just want to see. See, now I think this white was too thick. It's not really absorbing the dip. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I don't remember how I did it. I mean, it kind of, yeah. I mean, I can kind of see the little textured effect. It's there. It is very white, so thought it would absorb the color a little bit more. Well, we're gonna try another layer, and then if that doesn't work, oh well. I'll go back and experiment on my own time. Wonder what we have for dinner tonight. Dad and K-pop are cooking together with Grandma. I got fancy today too. I curled my hair. I put makeup on. I look cute. My husband said, "Oh, my beautiful wife." I'm like, "Thanks." Sometimes it's just a lot of effort to do anything extra. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's a little better. I can see it. I wonder if I mixed the white with the matte top coat, like what effect that would have. Anyways, I'm just going back over with the white. I was like, no, you don't connect that way. I think I just put them too far apart. I just put them too far apart. Can I connect it without it looking funky? Looks real weird. We're getting like Greek designs over here. Like their scroll work. Looking a little funky. Hi Janet, how are you? We're just towards the end. I'm just messing around trying to figure out how I did sweater nails last year and why I can't do them this year. The huge. We finished our mani. The sale's still going, so if you were interested in checking out Gigi's Nail Co., she's up on Etsy. The code is live50. I will keep it going for 1 hour after I log off. So take a peek, look at the beautiful colors. Go and look at our Instagram. You can see so many beautiful manicures. We had such a talented team this month. We had manis by Katie, we had Emmy, we had Bree, we had Amy. Manis, did I say manis by Katie? And we also had Sama. And Sama is, her and Eleni are so good at the macro shots of their glitters. It's like, you just want to pay them. Like, hey, can you just do all the photos? Thanks so much. Thanks so much. I'll send you my nails too. Take photos of those. Okay, I'll try this again. Give it a little sprinkle. Let it sit for a second. Tip it off. I'm doing all right, Janet. Hanging in. We had a fun Santa day at Kieran's ranch. Every year I do a fundraiser around February for it, so keep an eye out in case you want to donate. It's a non-profit, and they teach the kids how to ride, and they do like different physical therapy exercises with them. And then for some of the kids who are able to, they get them ready to work in the real world. They have jobs at the ranch, and they really contribute on top of doing their therapies. They earn a wage there. They get lots of training. That's super cool. Fortunately, I don't think Kieran's gonna quite get to that level, but they basically don't kick the kids out. You can ride until you can't ride anymore. So pretty much only ends if you move away or you decide not to ride. And so they're constantly looking for new horses and adding more therapists. And they use some of the funds this year to throw a Santa Day. They do it every year for the kids. The kids love it. They always have a balloon figure guy and a face painter, and then they put together like little crafts, and they always have a s'mores station, and they have a fire pit, and they hire a Santa, and they give you free photos. That's great. It's very, very cool. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's not amazing, but it's definitely better than my red one was. So maybe what I need to do is go find a red gel. Redo that now. On my own time, of course. But it was fun. I got to see some other moms and see some other kids and take cute photos of my kiddo. They gave him a talking bluey. Oh yeah, we always get a present too. And they try to take into account your kiddo's skills and like what kind of toys they can play with, and then they give you a toy that matches that, and the toys are donated or they're purchased for the kids, and it's really super cool. We were on a 3-year waiting list. Took him till he was birth to 3 to get in there, because we learned about it in the NICU. because our therapist, like their pulmonary therapist in the NICU, used to be a therapist at the branch before she opened her own clinic. So we got very lucky. We had all the right people around us when Kieran was born. All right. So yeah, so the white is definitely like, it's white. So that's where I think I don't love doing white over a color. But it definitely gave more of that raised because gel liners are thicker anyways. And like art paints are thicker. So I'd probably recommend doing that. I'm doing that over the matte top coat. Gives you that like matte sweater look. So that went a little better. I don't love my design, but you know, we were just fussing. We were just fussing. So I may fix the red nail. So when you see photos, it might look a little different. I'm gonna play around. I do have some red gels that I can use. So that's it. I will let everybody go. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, it's live, LIVE 50. There's also a link in the event that I think auto applies the code. And again, it is 8:40, so I will be turning it off at 10 o'clock PST. Okay, love you guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And I hope everybody has happy holidays.